Welcome to Who Yelling Now? Season 2, Episode 8. Copyright Mackenzie. For entertainment purposes only. My friends, everybody's looking at the man in front. The clown, the actor, the loudmouth. We argue about his words. We laugh at his mistakes. We shout, "Look at him! Look at him!" But here's the truth. He's just a mask. He's just a distraction. The real villains, they're standing right behind him. They write his speeches. They set his plan. They pour fear in your cup and feed sorrow to your kids. And while you're fighting over the clown in the spotlight, the real killers of hope are busy in the dark. This episode is about them, the ones you don't see, the ones who turn off their humanity and never looked back. I want you to picture the stage. Bright lights, a roaring crowd, and at the center, a single villain. The face, the mask, the actor. But here's the question. What if the man in front is not the danger? What if he is only a decoy, a puppet, a distraction? The con man meant to keep our eyes locked forward, while the true villains stand in the shadows behind him. They do not wear crowns. They do not seek applause. They do not stumble on the stage. They are the gardeners of evil. They set the agenda, write the speeches, craft the lies. They plant the seeds of ignorance, and they harvest fear. This episode is not about the villain you can see. It's about the army of villains you cannot. Welcome to the Garden of Evil. Tonight, we pull back the curtains on the lurking villains. Poem 1. Actor. He struts, he jokes, he screams. He plays the part he's given. He bows, he bluffs, he charms the crowd. A salesman of sorrow speaking loud. But his voice is borrowed, his lines rehearsed, his face powdered with another man's curse. We cheer, we boo, we rage. We clap, but never look at the strings in the back. He is not the author, not the designer of display. He is a mask, and masks are made to decay. And don't get it twisted, he's not the boss. He's a puppet with a mic. His words aren't his words. His fight isn't his fight. He is there to keep your eyes forward. He is there to take your heat. He is there so you don't see who's hiding in the wings. We waste our fury on the actor. We debate his words, mock his gestures as if he commands himself. But the true script is written from the shadows. The real story begins not on the stage, but in the hands of the handlers. The actor is nothing without the men behind the curtain. So let's meet them, the ones who whisper the lines. Poem 2, The Handlers. They don't stand on stage. They don't take the blame. But every word you hear was born in their mouth. They write the lies. They shape the story. They feed the crowd poison with a silver spoon. And when the actor stumbles, they just swap him out. New mask, same ghost. They live in whispers, their names unknown, their faces blur, but their pens are sharp, their voices unheard. They slip into speeches. They design fear like architects design towers, brick by brick, lie by lie. They build a house for despair to live inside. They do not seek crowns. They wear no throne. But every actor you have ever known was once their echo. The handlers never perform. They control. And what they control, not just a man, not just a moment, but the very agenda. The handlers don't just write, they set the whole plan. Poem 3, The Agenda. The plan is always the same. Keep you scared, keep you divided, keep you blind. Written in silence, delivered in sound. A villain's decree spreads underground. Fear is the ink, sorrow the seal, ignorance signs the deal. You think the law was written in daylight? No. It was drafted in dark rooms, stamped with the weight of unseen hands. What is law but a weapon when it is not rooted in justice? What is policy but poison when it feeds only the throne? The agenda is not about the actor. The agenda is about control. They use laws like shackles. They use policies like knives. They tell you it's for your own good while they cut you down. Fear is their language. Ignorance is their weapon. And sorrow, it's their product. But to sell fear, you need a good trick. You need a shiny show. You need an illusion. Control requires illusion. It requires the art of distraction, the mask, the puppet, the one face to blind us from the many. Poem 4, The Illusion. Spotlight, cameras, one man in front. We boo, we clap, we throw words at him and never notice the shadows moving behind. The trick is simple. Give the people one face to hate, so they never see the 100 faces pulling the strings. And while we waste our rage on the clown, the real villains keep the machines running. Spotlight burning, the crowd delights. They watch one villain ignore the night. Behind the curtain, roars of men sharpen their lies again and again. The illusion is brilliant, so simple, so clean. One face, one villain, one target for your scream. But the army behind him laughs because while we fight the mask, they build the machine. Poem 5. Ghost Behind the Clown. So, you see the clown, painted face, shouting voice, but behind him stands the ghost. Not a spirit. Let's not get it twisted. A person. Real flesh, real blood, but no heart. Not anymore. They stopped caring a long time ago. They don't feel when kids go hungry. They don't care if families break. They sleep fine while the world burns. And here's the trap. The more we fight the clown, the stronger the ghost gets. Because he hides while we argue. He grows while we divide. So how do you stop it? Not by screaming at the mask. I mean, we've done that. Not by fighting each other. We're experts at that. But by waking up right now. Wake up to the harm. Wake up to the lies. Wake up to the fact that this isn't a game. If you still want to be human, you can't stay asleep. You have to choose. You're either with the ghosts or you're with the people. Behind every clown is a ghost. And behind every ghost is a choice. That's the truth. The clown is nothing. The ghost is everything. And together they form the chorus. And every machine requires a chorus. Voices tuned to repeat, to rehearse, to deliver the same hymn of hate. Poem 6. The chorus. Not one voice. Pay attention, listen. 100 voice. Not one lie. Pay attention, listen. 1,000 lies. They sing in unison. Fair, fair, fair. Hate, hate, hate. And when we repeat it, like the earworm it is, we become part of the song. That's how deep their spell goes. A choir of villains rehearsed in tune. Their speech is crafted to eclipse the moon. Each voice a weapon, each note a blade. Each word rehearsed, every truth betrayed. Listen closely. It's not just one man you hear. This is the echo of many, layered, rehearsed again, until lies sound like a hymn, and the hymn sounds like law, and the law sounds like your favorite song. But a chorus is not enough. They need roots. They need soil. They need to plant a song that will grow. But a song can't spread without the soil. That soil, wake up, would be you. So they plant it in their garden of you. Poem 7. The gardeners, they plant false seeds in fertile minds, harvesting fear of imagined crimes. Every blossom of hate that blooms was tended in secret in shadowed rooms. The gardener's touch is gentle but deadly, for a lie planted in childhood can bloom into violence in manhood. They know this, and so they sow. They water ignorance and reap obedience. They plant lies in school. They water hate on screen. They let ignorance bloom until it covers the whole field. And when the flowers of hate grow tall, they say, "See, this is what the people wanted." But it never was. It was them. Planting, watering, harvesting. And while the seed grow, while the lies root deep, we are distracted because the mask in front never stops performing. And while they plant, the clown keeps dancing, keeps shouting, keeps pulling your eyes forward. Poem 8. The distraction. The clown is the smoke. The clown is the joke. The face on the poster, this name on the stage. A single actor conceals the cage. We look at the puppet, not the strings. We debate his stumbles, not the king's. Distraction is theater. Theater is war. It keeps us arguing while they build more. We spend all our energy watching him, while behind him, the chains are built, the papers are signed, the prisons are filled. And we don't even notice because we're too busy laughing or yelling at the show. But the truth doesn't stay hidden forever. Pull back the curtain and you'll see them. And so we must end here at the truth, at the revelation. The con man is not the villain. The army behind him is. Poem 9. The true villains is not the clown, but I like yelling at the clown. It's not the puppet, but I like his silliness. But the cold hands behind him, the writers, the planners, the gardeners of hate, they don't want fame. They don't want blame. They want power without light, power without transparency. And they have it until we call them out, until we see them, until we say, "We know who you are. I see you." Not the clown you mock, nor the fool you cheer, but the silent architect standing near. Behind every mask, behind every play, lurks the villain you never see today. They have no need for crowns, like I said. They do not crave applause. Their power lives in silence. Their will becomes law. Look past the face in front. See the shadow behind. That is where evil lives. I have repeated what you need to look out for. Look behind. Stop staring so consistently forward. Friends, enemies, lovers, villains, heroes. This is the garden of evil, and it doesn't grow because of one clown. It grows because we let the ghost hide behind him. So the next time you see the loud man in the spotlight, don't waste your energy there. Ask, who wrote his lines? Who planned this chaos? Who profits from my and your pain? Look past the mask. Look past the stage. See the gardeners. See the ghosts. Because once you see them, you can't unsee them. And once you name them, you strip them of power. We live in a garden of evil, a world where we are told to focus on one man, one actor, one mask, one villain. But the truth is harder. The truth is deeper. The real villain do not wear crowns or want to see daylight or your prying eyes. They plant lies like seeds and harvest us like crops. So when you watch the stage, when you hear the speech, when you fear the one in front, when evil does not live in one man, it lives in the soil we ignore. It thrives in the shadows we refuse to see. Listen to the choir. Look beyond the spotlight. The garden of evil can only grow in silence. Break the silence. Wake up. Be human. And never again let ghosts decide the fate of the living. The they are us. This has been episode 8, Garden of Evil. And the garden is only defeated when we learn to see the gardeners. Take a deep breath and yell at the gardener of evil. Friends, see you in the next episode.